Don, what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about why you're 25 and you're built like an uncle. So if you're watching this video, you're probably built like an uncle. This is you right now, right? And we were trying to get you to get like this guy. Maybe the legs a little bit more like, I kind of gave him skinnier calves, but you guys get the point. So we're going to talk about how you get rid of your dad bod. You know, don't let the shorties lie to you. They don't like dad bods. That's not what they like. They like the Michael B. Jordans, the, Chris Hemsworth. They like these type of guys. Right? And we're trying to get you right like this guy right here. So first off, right, like if you have a dad bod, right? So maybe, for example, it depends. Like if you're like skinny fat dad bod, I would just say, in terms of your nutrition, we're just gonna put you at like a maintenance calories. But if you're kind of like overweight, like kind of like 20% body fat, then I would just suggest be like calorie deficit, right? So you got to figure out where are you on this spectrum.
And just so the guys understanding at home, what would you what would be their weight? Where would you consider a dad bod? Like how much would that person be weighed?
I would say like depends on your height. Like say for example, let's just say you're like 5'7". This guy's like 5'7".
Let's say like the average guy is like 5'8", 5'9".
5'8", 5'9", and you're what? 190, 200 pounds, like assuming like just like fat, that's like you're kind of obese.
So 200 pounds is not good.
No. Unless it's muscle.
Okay.
Right? But if it's just fat, like
what would you say typically, like when you go out in public, do you see a lot of those guys with those dad bods or?
Yeah, like I'm drawing my pen. I feel like dad bods, thing about dad bods is like it's natural because everybody's like the bar is so low, like everybody wants to be lazy. No one likes to go to the gym.
Yeah, or you just have one of those weekends and you gotta cook some stuff up on the grill.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like you're just lazy, you don't want to work out, you just being, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like it's so easy to like stand out because like nobody's willing to do this shit, right? So yeah, like calorie deficit or just being maintenance calories. And then with your training, you would want to be in a progressive overload. So you want to push yourself at the gym. So you want to be doing workouts that are pushing you.
So what? Before we go to the progressive overloads, what is the calorie deficit? What's the meaning of that?
Calorie deficit, it's just pretty much like you're eating in like a caloric. How do I explain this?
Would you be counting your calories?
Yes, you could count your calories, but just eat less, pretty much, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you would recommend for the guy with the dad bod to eat less?
Yeah.
What type of food would you recommend for them to eat?
So I would recommend stuff like, if we're going to get specific, like meal plans. Honestly, if you want to get specific meal plans and stuff like that, book a one-on-one consultation down below and we can figure that out. So because it's different for everybody, right? So if you want a custom meal plan and like you want to get jacked, hit that link in the description down below so we can make a custom plan for you. You know what I'm saying? But this is just like a general guide, right? So, and you can calculate this on Google too. Like you can calculate, you go on Google, take your like calories and then type in, like there's a Google calculators. That's what I did with myself. But me, I wanted to build muscle. So I said, how much calories do I need to eat to build muscle? And then it gave me that answer. So for someone who has a dad bod, how many calories do I need to eat?
And when you started off, would you say that you had like a dad bod yourself?
I was more like skinny, like scrawny.
Okay.
So it was different. I was trying to put on muscle. Like I was trying to bulk up, right? But this guy, he wants to lose weight or stay in the maintenance. Because if you're like, that's the thing. Because some people are like,
I would think that the guys with the dad bods probably have an advantage just because they get to start off with a good framework to work from.
Fair, yeah.
Because it's much easier to turn fat into muscle than it is to turn nothing into muscle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to, like I would say, honestly, I would say like it depends. It really depends. Like if you're like skinny fat, then I would just be in maintenance. And then you would, like you said, like to convert the muscle into fat. That's if you're maintenance. But if you're in like kind of already fat, then I would just try to cut down weight kind of thing. But
would this go for girls too or just guys?
I'm kind of talking about with guys, honestly. But
There's probably a couple fat Nancy's out there that probably need this video.
now, today I'm just kind of focusing on the men for today, honestly. But I'll probably make a video for the shorties another time. But if we're talking like, if we want to, we're gonna move into progressive overload though. Progressive overload is like training hard enough, and like you want to train it in a way that you actually push yourself. So you want to actually try to like increase your weights every week, kind of thing. So you make sure you're increasing your weight every week, making sure you're hitting your like. So for example, if you're lifting like 50 pounds, maybe you're not lifting 50 pounds, let's be real. If you're lifting like 20 pounds one week, and then 30 pounds the next week, and then 40, and you progress. That's like progressive overload. And you're doing time under tension, so you're doing the workout slowly so that you actually put on muscle, right? And you want to find the right split. Honestly, I like the push-pull leg split. Some people like, what do you call it? Some people like, what's that split? Bro splits or a full body split, upper lower split. Honestly, I don't think it really matters the split. I think all that matters is like, as long as you're consistent with it, right? And doing the workouts and you're progressively overloading. In terms of, and that's where mindset comes into play. With mindset, you gotta make sure that you have the right mindset for this, right? You have to be consistent. Like, honestly, I would even say all of this stuff here isn't even important if you don't have the mindset. Because if you don't have the mindset, like, we might as well not bother trying, because like you're not gonna do it. Because you have to be consistent. You have to be going at least like 3 to 4 times a week, every week. It's not like you go for 1 week and then you stop. Like, you have to be consistent. Like this, it sounds cliche. You probably hear this all the time. Consistency. But
What's the biggest trick for mindset? Like when you started off working out, like where were you at in your mindset?
I would say, for me, it was more just like I just wanted to get jacked. Like, I really wanted to get jacked. I was just tired of like being scrawny. And, like, I was scared of getting jumped. And I was like, well, you gotta find, that's another thing. That's what I wanted to say. You want to find, that's actually a question, because you have to find your why. Like, why do you want to do it? You have to find a reason that's.
Yeah, because most guys, we play sports. We're trying to get that girl. We're trying to look good in clothes. So
Yeah.
What was your why?
For me, I had a couple whys. So for me, it was like I was scared of getting jumped. I wanted people to take me more seriously. Obviously, you know, shorties is low-key a part of it, you know what I mean?
Did you notice a difference from before when you were a little bit smaller to where you're at right now?
I find people respect you more a little bit. Like, people will take you more seriously.
Yeah.
People like stare at you a lot more. Like, especially if you go to a gym and like you're jacked, like people will stare at you. They'll kind of look at you in a way where it's like, oh shit, this guy just walked in, you know what I mean? At first, I used to be like self-conscious, like, oh, why are they staring? But then I realized, oh, it's because I'm jacked. And like, if you look around, a lot of people are not really.
For the people at home, how tall are you, just so they understand?
I'm 5'11".
Okay.
Yeah, 5'11". I weigh 195 right now. I'm on a cut right now. I'm trying to get down to like maybe 190. So I'm actually in a caloric deficit right now. That's kind of why I can speak on it, because I'm actually trying to cut down. Because I'm trying to just get more shredded. I want to get more tone.
And what's your goal for the people at home?
Mm-hmm. Like my goal, like as in.
For the people watching this video.
Oh, like them. Like what's my hope for them?
Exactly.
Just get jacked, bro. Like, I'm not saying you don't gotta be like a Chris Bumstead, but just get under like 15% body fat and like put on a decent amount of muscle mass, and I feel like you're solid. Because I feel like there's no excuse for why you're not jacked. You know, because you have to find your why. You have to find why. Maybe a girl broke your heart, or like maybe, I don't know, you want to get more girls. Or let's just forget girls for now. Maybe you want to look good for you, or like maybe you just want, I don't know, you want people to take you more serious. Like, the goal for you is to find out your why and find out find your why and just get jacked and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, I'll tell you from my background, I feel like getting in shape probably helps you out a little bit more in the professional world. Mm-hmm. When you go to work, people, like you said, take you a little bit more serious. Helps you close deals. You can actually be able to lead people into closing more deals for yourself. So I definitely agree with you when you say just the importance of just getting bigger and working out.
Definitely. Yeah, it definitely helps with like just your life stuff, you know, life skills, and you just feel better about yourself. And that's kind of the whole thing I talk about on this channel, with just like recreating yourself, becoming the better version of yourself, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think I pretty much summed up all you needed to know, the general guide of getting jacked. By the way, if you want to work with me personally, hit that link in the description, book a one-on-one coaching call, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, didn't sneeze. We're all good. Remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small, and comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.